Welcome to Meal and a Match.
We have an insane match picked out and perhaps an even more insane guest. He's half alive at the best of times. I believe his bones are made of rubber. Darby Allin is with us today.
We will be surprising him with a match, and he will be surprising us with allegedly one of his favorite foods.
I have no idea what Darby eats.
What is the palate of a man who has a skeleton tattooed on the side of his head?
Couldn't tell you. Do you remember the first time you met Darby?
Yeah, we have different energies.
You run in different circles. He's not coming from the ceiling, is he?
No, we don't have it in the budget.
Darby Allin is a psychopath underdog that is willing to do anything, and that means put his life on the line. I live very dangerously inside the ring and outside the ring.
Darby Allin, welcome to Meal and a Match.
Hey, fella.
Oh, Lord.
Great.
What is that, a bag of boa constrictors?
RJ,
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring you back to your college days here in a second.
sure. Thanks.
Or I might have bring you back to last night.
Okay.
Oh,
All
hello.
right, not gonna
Look alive.
divulge that much.
I'm gonna blindfold you
I don't
because
wanna
I
do
want
this.
you to guess what you are eating.
Okay. Well, this is cutting into
Can you
my
see
eyelids.
any?
No, I can't open my eyes.
Should we get into this?
Let's get into it.
I don't want to get into this. My eyeballs are throbbing. Can I fix this?
Do whatever you want, as long as you don't see what's in here.
No, no,
I'll
no.
allow it.
I really don't want to see any of this. Well, that's better.
There you go, you
This
see it.
looks sharp.
You're like a nerdy Ninja Turtle.
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Rustling?
I don't like seeing the price tags on these.
It must be expensive.
This one looks a little off color.
Can we doctor it up? Can I help you doctor
Off
it up?
color?
Do we
It's
have...
got the shades? Doctor. Don't use such medical terms.
That's actually a nice color. That is a nice hue. Oh my gosh.
You gotta eat this whole thing, RJ.
Don't think it's a time. Are you gonna feed me?
Wait. Let
Yes, I'm
me
gonna feed
just
you.
give him one little thing to try to use this up a little bit.
I don't want to do this.
Okay.
You gotta eat the whole thing.
Oh,
I don't want to do this.
No complaining.
Where did you get this?
just
What was the
open-
name of the
open
man
wide.
who sold this to you?
Just open
Wide.
wide.
Wide. How wide?
Open it up.
Don't be weird. Okay.
When am I ever weird?
All right, okay, fair enough. Now you're gonna count me in.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Wait, you gotta do.
Oh no! Mm.
Oh my God. There's like a fistful of wasabi. He hates spicy, by the way.
I just forgot where I was. You know when you can taste your throat, like you know everything's there?
Should we take the
Can
blindfold
I take this off now, please?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I don't want to ruin your nicely cooked.
So, RJ, if you can see, this is gas station sushi.
Oh my God.
That was a salmon roll we did for him?
Yeah. It's funny because they asked me,
avocado roll.
you're coming here, you're filming any
With
meal,
vinegar, it says.
any meal you want in New York. What do
Yeah.
you want?
You know that there's the best sushi in the world, aside from like Japan, obviously, here in New York. We could have gone a little
Now, I want to
bougie.
play a game to see if we get food poisoning today.
Yeah. So let's say you do get food poisoning, like you seem to want to. When you get it, do you go, great, did it, like goal achieved?
Have you had food poisoning?
Of course he has.
Dude, this is so chewy. The salmon is so chewy.
All right, should we get into this match? You want to watch some wrestling while we eat?
Yeah,
Does that
let's
work
do
for
it.
you?
I don't know what's gonna hurt more, this match or my stomach after
Let's
this.
combine them and see what happens.
Watch this segue. And while we choke on this, I want to take you back to when you were choked out in the Royal Rampage match by Brody King. Do you remember that feeling?
Of course I do. Of course.
Terrifying. And then shortly after that, you're at an autograph signing. This crazy man comes up and attacks you again, which then led to Quake by the Lake coffin match. You ready to watch this? Relive the moments?
Roll the tape.
No, I have a remote.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Press play.
Press the button.
All right, okay, roll it.
Darby, do you know why I attack you in public? Do you know why I made an example of you on Dynamite? Because I can. And it's not going to stop until your casket drops.
I just want you to know that you asked for this match. I want you to remember that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is a coffin match.
Question, do you have a hand in designing the coffin for the match?
We normally paint them. Like we hand paint them the day before the show and stuff like that.
Can you tell everyone about your sick, demented relationship with our AW prop guy, Charlie?
Charlie?
Yeah.
Dude, Charlie's amazing. They kind of like to be like really hands-on. Wait, she's already cheating.
Okay, so you put the coffin together. What do you know, like the dimensions of it? What does it feel like to be inside the coffin? That's obviously
So
everybody's
it's funny,
nightmare.
like people ask if I'm like claustrophobic or anything like that. Like I never get claustrophobic. We actually normally do a thing in my buddy's band, Ghostman, where I'll get in a body bag and they'll throw me off the stage and I'll crowd surf at like these festivals and it'll be like 100 degrees outside and I'm like crowd surfing inside the body bag zipped up. It's pretty gnarly.
I need a
so, like,
Xanax even thinking about that, to be completely honest.
it's like,
I'm so claustrophobic.
oh, and there
Here we
they
go.
come. See, with a big guy like Brody, you have to like start off hot. Because look at him and look at me. He's gonna whip my
Catch the man
my
off
ass.
guard a
He's
little
gonna whip
bit.
my ass.
What is it like being in the ring with somebody that's that much bigger than you?
It's actually really fun. And the thing is, like here, I got like thumbtacks super glued to the bottom of the skateboard.
Damn.
Which I assume Charlie helped with.
No, I didn't.
was a
good for
DIY
you.
job?
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with it. Everything I do in AEW, it's like pretty much like DIY, which is like so fun.
Didn't you super glue tacks to your face?
I did, and that sucked actually.
I'm sure it did.
Because the fumes were like burning my eyes. And I'm like, I'm about to wrestle at Wembley in front of all these people. And my eyes are like burning from the, they said like, okay, would you use the super glue, the thumbtacks to your face? I'm like, Gorilla Glue?
Oh my God, how did you get it off?
Dude, I don't know. It was bad though.
Oh my God.
Oh, that-
Oh! He just pulverized you.
I always get afraid that I'm gonna get knocked out in the first minute of the match. Thing with Brody is like, I feel like this was his AEW coming out party to
Sure.
show what he was capable of as a singles act. Because I feel like, he's in the House of Black Trios team, but like this is to me like this, like what can Brody King do by himself? And I still feel like he's so underrated in the grand scheme of AEW by himself. Is it the matches or the sushi?
I don't know anymore.
I feel like watching your matches, every time I watch you before a match, after a match, I just don't understand how you function, how you get up and walk out of the arena, let alone to come in here and hang out with us. Like you take some nasty falls. When you talk about that body bag, what do you have, like any kind of recovery that you do?
It's so insane. My whole downstairs is like a laboratory. You know, I'm friends with DDP, and he's got all the state-of-the-art. Hold on. He's got all the state-of-the-art, like physical recovery stuff at his house. And so I'll go up and try it out. And now I got 2 ice baths at my house. I got saunas. I got breathing machines. I got everything because like I want to be like crazy for as long as possible. But the mind also is a big thing.
Sure.
So I started TM meditation.
What is that?
And it's like a big thing where it kind of like goes to the source of thought, where it actually helps me get more creative.
Yeah.
Because you wake up in the morning, it's like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. And it just really puts you at balance and like your stress, you can handle a lot. Yeah, just all this blood right here.
It's not even yours.
Really makes you hungry for sushi.
That's my personal favorite combination. Gory matches and seafood.
Can you watch? You get bothered when you eat and you watch like a crazy show and there's like guts hanging out and stuff like that?
Not usually.
Not at all.
Can't be married to John Moxley and feel too squeamish. Oh,
Who's the worst bleeder you've been in the ring with?
Brody.
Right.
Look at him.
it must get slippery at times because sometimes when someone's like really having a gusher out there.
See, that's crazy. Like right here, that's all his blood on me. Like you would think I'm the one dying.
Is it worse being covered in your own blood or somebody else's?
Somebody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people don't talk about this. The smell of it is very distinct.
Yeah. Also tastes kind of good.
I was thinking the other day about the first time that I ever saw you wrestle. First time I ever came across Darby Allin to
Northeast Wrestling?
Yep.
Yeah.
To where you're at now and what we've been able to build with AEW. Do you get very reflective on sort of what that journey has been like for you?
I do like to stop and smell the roses as much as possible because time flies by so fast.
Yeah.
It only seemed like yesterday I was living in my car or being this like kid from Seattle just staring at the wall thinking nothing was ever gonna happen with my life. Mm-hmm. And it comes fast.
It does. Uh-oh, get the tables.
You have good experiences with things underneath the ring. You've been under there a few. Oh, look at it!
She's pumped.
You ever see somebody who's like, I came here just for a table?
Dude, I don't know what it is, man, but that was pretty cool. I actually like met this old lady. She had my face tattooed on her throat. She's
What?
70 years old.
What?
It was insane.
You're
So
a
these
bad
fans are
influence.
wild.
You do such crazy things. I mean, even that time, in the match when
He shot me in the throat right there.
you're hanging
That
up,
sucked ass.
when you're hanging above the ring upside down, getting super kicked in the face and stuff. Like, you were upside down for a long time. Like, you put yourself in a lot of precarious situations. Have you ever flown too close to the sun that you thought, maybe I shouldn't have done that?
That night was a good example because if anybody knows, I was being held upside down and my nose wasn't fully recovered after getting hit by a bus. So
That's one does.
it's like I took the face mask off in the match, and then next spot we're hanging upside down, and I get super kicked with thumbtacks glued to the bottom of their shoes, and it bust my nose open. I thought
did.
I was upside down, blood was spraying everywhere, and I was like, I broke my nose again.
Let's go back to the being hit by a bus.
Did being in New York bring back memories of being hit by Creed's tour bus? It was Creed's tour bus, right?
No, it just sounds funny.
Oh.
No, it was a city bus. Wait, who believed it was Creed's tour bus?
I would feel like I read that somewhere.
I feel like Scott Stapp would not care for you, so I bought it.
Well, I think I told Copeland, he's like, dude, are you okay? I was like, it was Creed's tour bus, free tickets for life, it's all good. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But you got hit by the bus?
Yeah.
And then you went to go see a Broadway play?
Sweeney Todd. It was closing weekend of Sweeney Todd. I was like, I have to go.
Can't miss
I
it.
have to go.
How's that sushi treating you?
I don't even know.
I'm nervous to continue eating it, to be completely honest. I'm nervous
You're
with the
not
macaroni
touching
salad.
anything.
Get in there,
I wanna have
RJ.
some macaroni. How did you come up with the coffin drop?
Honestly, I don't want my moves to look pretty. You know, like you get into wrestling, everyone's like, especially at the time I started wrestling, everyone started doing like 630s, 450s, you name it. And I was like, all right, I want my wrestling to look like it hurts. You know what
Mission
I mean?
accomplished.
Lights go out. It happens a lot with the House of Black. Happens a lot with Sting. What are you doing in the darkness? Is it difficult?
Dude, it was funny. I had a match with Hangman Adam Page, and the lights actually went out in the building, not planned.
Oh.
I had my eyes closed, and when I opened them, it's pitch black. I was like, holy shit.
Did I die?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was
So this
crazy.
went from a one-on-one match to now, of course, having all members of the House of Black messing with you.
Yes.
How does that change the dynamic of the match?
Oh, dude, a coffin match against Brody King already is insanely hard, let alone with Buddy and Tommy. Like, these guys are like some of the best wrestlers. Like, everything they do is so snappy, but it also hurts. Really.
Yeah, case in point.
Do you feel like you're better when you're in pain? Because you seem to be in pain a lot.
I normally feel pretty good, actually. Like my, right now I feel like I'm pretty banged up because last night I just got murdered.
Sorry.
But no, I normally feel really good. People are like, man, how are you walking? I feel actually like, I don't know.
Maybe this is something I read and maybe it's not true, but don't you also like not even have a couch at home? Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Why?
I think it creates laziness. And you gotta always be on the move. Like, I was gonna get a concrete couch.
Now it's gonna be the cannonball through that.
See, this sucked, actually.
I'm-
I remember that, like, felt like it, like, hyperextended my shoulder. See, I instantly grabbed my shoulder. I was like, that sucked really bad. I'm, like, holding my shoulder right now. I'm like, oh, my God.
Okay, here comes.
Oh, the legend. The legend. Buddy's like, what the hell?
How did you get paired with Sting in the first place?
Dude, it was weird. They told me, like, way before I was, like, told I was gonna be with them, all right, you're just gonna sit in the rafters during the pandemic. You're just gonna sit in the rafters. And I didn't put two and two together because, I think Sting's career is over. He's not doing anything in wrestling, you know? And then all of a sudden, they're like, you know why you're sitting in the rafters, right? I'm like, no, just because it looks spooky. Like, and then they're all like, Sting's coming. We want you to be with him. I'm like, that's crazy. And it was like so intimidating to first like walk up to him, but then like instantly he's just like, dude, I love everything about you. I love your aesthetic. I love your little cinematic promos, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, whoa. He's like, don't change a thing. I was like, well, that's crazy. Such like validation, but he's so like giving. And the fact that he like trusted me with his like last run is like, pretty wild.
And like what a beautiful last run that was. I mean, you look at the retirement that you guys were able to do for Sting. You don't see that in
No,
wrestling.
definitely not. I always tell people like I think final match, like the most important part of the story is the ending. And Sting could have like shit the bed on his last match, be like, that was a good career, but that last thing, man, they should have done that different. But like, you can't argue and say Sting's last match isn't one of the greatest retirement matches of all time.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Now, Sting obviously had an influence on you, but how have you influenced Sting's life?
Ooh, he's gotten a little risque.
Well, that you can't call it peer pressure. He's like 35 years older. What's it called?
Oh, that his finger got caught.
You know, the thing with Sting is just like, I think he like with me, there's something, he just like trusted me. He's like, tell me what to do. And I was just like, because I convinced him to get back in the ring. He wasn't even gonna wrestle. And I was like, man, we could do this live in front of a crowd. Like, you still got it. He's like, I don't know, man, that's a lot. And I was like, dude, do it. And then he did it. This is payback for everything Brody King. Like, look, this is the perfect watch.
Oh,
There we go.
all right.
Good
Yes,
night.
very nice.
Good night, Brody King. Thanks for coming.
all right. That was a choke. Qualifies as a submission, which means we should ask a submission
Let's
question.
do it.
Okay. There's a bunch here. I'm gonna let you pick.
Turn
You want me
them
to
the
fan?
other. Fan
Yeah,
the
I'm
other
gonna
way.
fan them for him.
Oh, okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, just pick something new.
If you weren't a wrestler, what would you be doing for a living?
Okay.
That's actually really scary to think about. Like, really scary to think about. Because when I was growing up, I always was like, I couldn't click with anything. I couldn't, finding a job was damn near impossible for me. I did the skateboarding thing, and I was like, I'm gonna be a skateboarder, but I was gonna be like the evil Knievel of skateboarding. And I used to sell clips to like MTV, like ridiculousness, just like my stunts and stuff
Really?
like that, yeah. And I went to film school, and then the first day of film school, I was like, this sucks. And I dropped out, and then I went to an independent wrestling show in Arizona, and I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen, but it gives me the confidence that if they're doing it, maybe I could actually try this. That's why, like, with wrestling, I think, like, being a spokesperson for, like, the younger kids, being like, they can, like, see me and relate. Like, I'm not just coming in AEW and be like, yo, everything's perfect, I'm a superstar. I'm like, superstar is just such a stupid term. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, hey, we're like, you're down here, we're up here, we're superstars. No, like, I'm one of you who just, like, made it. You know what I mean? Like, and you can make it too.
Do you have a non-extreme hobby?
I got a passion for fashion.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I love
Yes.
the pink jacket, by the way. I've
I do
always
wash
been a
it.
fan of the pink.
People think I never
It
wash it.
doesn't look like you've washed it,
yeah, it's
but
face paint.
needs a little attention.
Can I say, and I mean this as a compliment, you smell better than you look.
People do think, like, when they see me, like, oh man, that guy probably smells like just cat piss.
Yeah.
The sushi's gross, by the way.
I know. I really felt like it was going to change my day if I continued to eat it.
I would describe it as character building.
Well, I think that we should raise it up one more notch here. We're going to do a fun little game called Tap Out Truth.
Or
Wheel of Condiments
Dare.
So here's the deal. We'll give this a little spin, whatever it lands on. You either have to eat that or you take the Tap Out Truth card. All right, spin it.
3, 2, 1.
Tartar sauce!
That's on brand. That's on brand.
Or here's a question option.
What bothered you the most about tagging with Sting?
I'm gonna take the tartar sauce.
Wow.
My man.
Wow. Which one's?
This is
which
tartar
one?
sauce.
This is the tartar
You got
sauce.
it?
This one right here.
She knows.
Yeah. Why don't I just eat the thing and
then shoot that?
Shoot this.
Great.
That
Fine by
works.
me.
Say bottoms up, remember tonight.
Oh my God.
Bottoms up, remember tonight?
Enjoy
Don't
your.
forget tonight.
Oh, yes, I see. I
I'm
see.
not drunk.
Just shoot this tartar sauce. And hold it in there. Yeah, hold it in there so there's a palate. You'll get notes, certain spices, certain hints of herbs.
No,
in there.
it's all just fatty mayo-y flavor. That's it.
Was
I
that
can
gas station tartar sauce?
see- gas
Made by
station
a
tartar
friend of
sauce.
mine.
You got a lot of it down. He really downed a lot of that. Okay, listen, this was a great time. We had the tartar sauce with the sushi. We watched the match. We have a rating system here. Rate it out of coffins up to 5, what your whole experience has been.
5 coffins, because after this shit, I'm gonna be dead.
Love it.
What would you guys rate this?
Morally, as a learning experience, I want to give it a 5, but pairing this with that, I'm gonna give it a 1 coffin. 'Cause I
Wow.
only think you can die once.
Well, I was actually gonna go half of a coffin on this one. I enjoyed your company here. I enjoyed watching the match, but this was rotten.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of food left on this table.
Yeah.
You gonna get it to go?
No,
Like,
I'm all set.
to go box?
This would be fun, a little Tupperware for the kids.
It's going right in the trash.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
I learned so much about you, and you learned so much about tartar sauce.
Bottoms up, remember tonight.
Oh my God.
How many nights are we gonna remember?